Hey everybody, it's Ryan. Welcome back to How Farms Work. We are about to take off and head down to Travis's place where we're going to be harvesting corn. Travis is going to be bringing it up to the Sioux bin. We transferred as much corn as we could out of the Sioux bin and dumped it into the Sioux cup. So now the Sioux cup is topped off. Now it's time to top off the Sioux. And then after that, everything's got to go down to the river. Big Red's sitting right there. Haven't been fully schooled on how to drive it yet. I'm still kind of learning the ropes, you could say. But I just finished the registration on it, and let's just have a moment of silence for all of the sold truck drivers out there who had to pay their own sales tax and all of their own registration on those trucks. Whew. So for me to get started, including the sales tax and everything, it was $2,300. So it could have been a lot more if I had paid more for the truck. So I kind of feel for any of the other truck drivers out there that buy newer trucks or more higher priced ones. So anyway, we're rolling out the driveway right now. Rocket's here with us. Let's take off, shall we? Let's see how the culvert holds up. So we just finished the field across the road from Travis's place. Now that field in particular, as you could probably tell, had some lodging issues. The corn was down. We had a pretty strong gust of wind that came across and knocked a bunch of that corn down. But something that you might tend to have on fields that are corn on corn are rootworm problems. And the reason for that being is because rootworms love to eat away at the bottoms of the stalks of corn. So what happens is that the stalks are weaker than they typically would be, and that's generally a more pronounced problem on acres that are corn on corn rather than corn on beans. That's a good reason to alternate your crops. But if you are going to put corn on corn, I definitely recommend putting down some kind of insecticide such as Lorsban to kind of help fight off that rootworm. Otherwise you may have lodging issues like we had across the road. So now we are on the farm where Travis lives, and we are working on what's up front. We still have quite a bit to go here. If we had the truck up and running, we definitely would be using that to haul. But we have another farm that's about 15 minutes away of Dad's that we think we're probably going to end up using the truck to haul from the corn from up there down to the main farm. And it's just kind of what we're planning on. The end of harvest is finally in sight. We are starting to kind of knock the acres out. Travis and I still have quite a bit of our own to do yet, but I think that we're definitely getting somewhere. So we're gonna go find Dad. I just had to film a little clip for someone that wanted a specialized clip from us, so I am not sure where he went. Judging by how much corn is taken out there, I would say he's probably back by the buildings by now. Let's go, Rocket! An issue that we definitely had this year, was that we did have a few more washouts this year because of the amount of rain that we got. Typically, and this is a question that I get a lot, is why do we do contours? And the reason being is we do it to slow the erosion down. Now, you'll see typically we wouldn't have needed a waterway right here. This is not a spot that typically tends to gather water, but when you get a lot of rain all at once, it tends to flow down to the lowest point, and that, I guess, was the chosen spot. So as time goes on, looks like we might need to put another waterway in here. Over time, what tends to happen is that as your waterways slow down the dirt, they will become higher than the rest of the field. And what you'll have happen is the waterways, or the ditches, will find a way around your waterways. And some people say, oh, the waterways aren't in a good spot, but actually in places where, there's no good examples here, but in any places where the waterways aren't looking very effective is usually a spot where the waterways have done their job. I guess they still do make them like they used to. So Dad's having a bit of a problem with the grain flow sensor on the combine. Andrew, being the good agronomist that he is here to diagnose the issue, see if it's anything major. Dad's still harvesting, so it can't be that big of a problem, but I'm not totally sure what's wrong, so let's go find out. Who's that, Rocket? Who's that? I've got to say, that was the fastest response from a tech support I've ever seen. Rocket! Oh, okay. Here I am looking for you. All right.